All right, for this quick little lesson, I'm going to walk you guys through the reference sheet for proving triangles congruent. If you look at the left-hand side column, these are the 5 ways that we'll talk about this week and how to prove triangles congruent. First one is side, side, side. You got to have 3 sets of congruent sides. So we'll kind of mark your diagrams up just to show you what it looks like for side, side, side. So if you check out what I did there, you got one side here that matches up, side here that matches up, and then your bottom side also matches up. This is an example of a side, side, side. Side angle side, important part, guys, the 2 sides and an included side. So first, we got to have one set of congruent sides, and then the included angle has to be in between a set of congruent sides. So far I've got the side angle, and then I have to add the other side to make it side angle side. Just remember, the included angle has to be in between the 2 sets of congruent sides. Next one's angle side angle. In this case, the congruent side has to be in between the 2 angles. So we start out with a set of congruent angles. Next, we'll do a set of congruent sides. And then we'll end it with a set of congruent angles. So the included side must be in between the 2 sets of congruent angles in order for angle, side, angle to work. Next one's angle, angle, side. 2 angles and then a side. There's one set of angles. There's another set of angles. And then you need a congruent side. Now, if you look at this one, you might think it might be angle, side, angle, but you can never skip an empty angle. So when I read this one, nothing, 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 angle, angle, side. It's okay to skip an empty side, but you can never, ever, ever skip an empty angle. So for angle, angle, side to work, you have 2 angles in a row and then a side. Last one's hypotenuse leg. The hypotenuse and any one leg of a right triangle. So for this one to work, you got to have for sure a set of right angles. You just have to have one set of legs congruent. So it could have been the left side or the bottom side. And then you have to have congruent hypotenuse. So hypotenuse leg, you got a set of congruent legs. You got a set of congruent hypotenuse. The next section gives you some reasons that we're going to use to prove the triangle's congruence. It's givens, that's always your first one, and for any other givens throughout the proof. Definition of midpoints. Just remember the midpoint creates 2 congruent sides. Reflexive property, a side is congruent to itself. And some reasons for the angles. These should all be familiar. You have given, vertical, alternate interior, alternate exterior, corresponding, and definition of angle bisector. All of those were from chapter 2 a few weeks ago. And the last section we'll talk about for this lesson is CPCTC. It stands for corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. So if I check out my congruency statement right here, it wants us to list out all the corresponding parts that are congruent. So first I'll do the angles on the left side, and then I'll do the sides on the right side. So according to the statement, angle A matches with angle D. Angle B matches with angle E. And angle C hooks up with angle F. And then do your sides. Side AB matches up with DE. BC matches with EF. And AC matches with DF. Then you can mark up the diagram. Angle A is congruent to D. B matches with E. C matches with F. AB hooks up with DE. BC matches EF. And AC matches with DF. So for CPCDC, you got all the angles matching up, and then you have also all the sides matching up as well. That's it for your reference sheet.